وسان معجم. محمد نور، عبد الوهاب، خالد، حمد، أحمد عاشقين موجود، صالح خديجة، أحمد عمر، طلال، جاسم موجود، فيصل موجود، مهدي، مهدي موجود. سلمت عليك يلا شباب السلام عليكم. For today we're going to implement and configure VLAN trunking protocol. You remember last week we did many VLAN, and for today we're going to make VLAN trunking protocol. VLAN trunking protocol is used to reduce the administration. For example, if you make one switch, if you, for example, if you have many switches, you cannot, for example, it's hard for you, let's say 50 switches, hard for you to configure for each switch many VLAN. So the easy way, they say, they invented one, it's called VLAN trunking protocol is working. They make one a server and another one, and all of them is a client. There is 3 more. By default, all switch is the server for all of them. When I show, come on, show BTP status, you find out the server. So I need to change. When you change the configuration, there's 3 steps. First of all, you need to mention the mode, and then you have to mention the domain. You have all of them the same domain, and then the password. You have to share all of them the same password. There is the 3 steps to configure VLAN trunking protocol. In VLAN trunking, there is a server, a client, and there is another one called transparent. What is the server? In the server mode, you can create, modify, delete VLAN. Client mode, you cannot create, you cannot delete, you cannot modify any VLAN you already made. A transparent does not participate in the BTP domain. It's just, in general. Don't advertise this VLAN. So, most important for this lab exercise, they show you one as the server and the rest is the client. Exactly like last week what we did, create many VLAN, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30, and VLAN 99, and set up the IP address for each switch. Alaykum assalam. Then you have to configure to ping between, you make connection between them, between PC1 to the PC4, 2 to the 5, 3 to the 6, and so on. Yalla. If you want to work with me, work with me. If you want to work alone, it's up to you, totally up to you, yeah? This is very easy step. You already done did last week. So for today is easy for you. Inshallah, next week we're going to make another labs called inter-VLAN routing. You can ping everywhere, but for today it's just the same VLAN, the same sub-network you can ping. Otherwise you cannot, because they require كل اثنين. يلا مين جاء متأخر؟ عبد العزيز. خالد قطان يجي. منور. Start from your task 1. They ask about to make connection between devices and start from task 2. So I'm going just to click in the device, which is device 2960, this first one. And the second one, and third one. And end devices, PC, this first one, second one, third one. This first one, second one, and third one. Yeah? And make connection between them. So between switch to switch, crossover cable. But most important, to connect the specific port. Yeah, port number 1 to the port number 1, 2, 2, and so on. It's most important this switch is working with the port number, because later on we're going to assign port to the VLAN. We're going to create 3 VLAN, 10, 20, 30, another one for admin 99. So connection, yeah, 1, 1. Yeah. Crossover cable, 2 here, 2, 2. And then in the left hand side, straight through cable from switch going 11 to the first PC. And then 18 to the second PC. And then 6 on the third PC. On the right hand side, the same procedure, straight through cable, 11, 18, 6. 11, 18, 6. 11, 18, 6. I'm not going to follow the lab exercise, but I'm going to show you how to configure. I'm going to start from left hand side until when I end the right hand side. So first of all, you need to set up the IP address inside the PC's IP address. Click first PC, desktop, IP configuration, set up the IP address, yeah? 461.72.17.10 plus 110.21. 10.21. 255.255.255.0. Default gateway 172.17.10.1. That's it. Yeah? In the addressing table, we find PC1, PC2, PC3 in addressing table. Yeah, PC2, the same. So, PC2, 172.17.20, that means belong to the VLAN 20.22, subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Default gateway 172.17.20.1. That's it. PC3, the same procedure. Yeah? Belong to the VLAN 30, PC3. 172.17.30.23. 255.255.255.0. 172 subnet default gateway 172.17.30.1. The PC4 belongs to the 172.17.10.24. 255.255.255.0. Subnet mask. And finally, default gateway 172.17.10.1. PC 5 172.17.20.25. 255.255.255.0. And the default gateway 172.17.20.1. And the final one 172.17.30.26. 255.255.255.0. And then default gate 172.17.30.1. I'm already set up the IP address inside the PCs. Task 2. You already repeated last week for the password. If you want to do it, do it. Yeah, password. If you want to do it, do it. Yeah? If you want password, task 2, step 1. But you already, you know it. Go to the task 4. Task re-enable the user port in S1 or S2. You don't need that one because you have to switch fresh. And task 3 already done. Task 4. Configure VTP VLAN trunking protocol in switches. Go to the first switch. Yeah. Right. Enable. Show VTP status. Enter. You find all of them as a server. All of them as a server. So you need to make that one in the switch 1. That one server, by default, all of them is as a server. So I need to change this one and this one to the client. Yeah? But in this type of exercise, they insert one as a client and another one transparent. But you don't need it. Both of them make it a client and they...
Two clients and server?
Yeah. Here client and here client. But in the lab exercise, they say here one client and one transparent. But here just, they show you in the client mode, you cannot create. If you create the VLAN, you cannot at all. You cannot delete. But here you can. And the transparent, you can. Yeah? So, next, show BTP, server, all of them. So I need to do the configuration inside the switch. VTP configuration. Click first one, so I need 3 steps. In the top, yeah, config terminal. Send me host name, say S1, yeah, enter. VTP mode, right, server, enter. VTP domain, any domain. Here they say Lab3, right, Cisco for example, any domain, but you have all of them the same domain, Cisco and right. VTP password, say Cisco as well, yeah, that's it. Control Z, WR. Go to the switch number 2. So I make this switch 1 as a server. And I'm going to make switch 2 and switch 3 as a client. Go to the switch 2 on the left hand side. Enable config terminal. Enter. VTP mode right client. VTP domain, the same domain, you have to write the same domain in the server. Cisco. Enter. VTP password, Cisco as well. Yeah? Enter. Control Z, WR. That one finished as well. Go to the switch number 3 in the right hand side. Yalla shabab. 3. The same procedure made as a client. Enable config terminal, enter VTP mode client. Or VTP domain Cisco. If you did mistake with the domain, doesn't participate both of them. Not sharing. You have to make exactly VTP password Cisco. Enter. Control Z, WR. Yeah. So I'm going to make a VLAN inside the server, and finally, if you're writing down here, show VLAN, show VLAN. Enter. just you find out the default VLAN, VLAN number 1. This for token ring, this for tunnel, and so on. Here as well, show VLAN. Enter. As well, there is nothing, just for the default. And all the port is belong to the VLAN number 1. Yeah? So I'm going to make 3 VLANs in switch number 1. Here. And finally, when writing down here, show VLAN, you find out the VLAN you already created in VLAN 1. Yeah? Yeah. Config, terminal, enter. VLAN 10. enter. Name سميها شو سميها؟ faculty name 10 faculty name faculty enter exit VLAN 20 enter main student enter exit VLAN 30 main as a guest enter or exit VLAN after what 99 enter main management enter control Z WR. I'm just writing the VLAN here. I must to get all the VLAN here and here as well. Right, show VLAN here, show VLAN or VLAN brief. I find here 4 VLAN I already created. In the left hand side, show VLAN, I have to get the same. Show VLAN. Enter. معكو يعني أنا لحد الآن حكوا something mistake. Show VLAN. Any idea why not show me the VLAN you already created? Any idea شباب ليش؟ Why I'm already make everything, all the configurations correct, but I cannot find the VLAN 10, 20, 30, 99. Here, VLAN 10, 20, 30, why? Why?
Switch port?
What I'm saying is last week, I say there's 2 modes inside the switch, access mode and trunk mode. So I have to make this port the trunk. After when I make the trunk, I find all, because the trunk mode belongs to the different VLAN. Yeah? So I'm going to make this one and this one and this one as a trunk. Yalla shabab. Port number 1, config terminal. Yeah, trunk. Config terminal interface range faster near 0/5 1 to the 5. Gonna make it enter switchboard mode trunk enter the switchboard trunk native native VLAN 99 enter. That's it, that's finished. I'm gonna repeat it in the switch number 2 as well. Yeah, trunk, I make it trunk. Between the switches must be trunk. So here the same config terminal interface faster near 0/1 enter 5 interface faster near range faster near 0/1 until 5 switchboard mode trunk enter the switchboard trunk native VLAN 99 enter I repeated for the 3 switches. The same command for the 3 switches. Yeah? Control Z, WR. And finally, in switch number 3, the same. Config terminal, enter, interface, range, faster name 0/1 will 5. Switch port, mode trunk. Switch port, trunk, make it VLAN 99. Enter, Control Z, WR. When you finish, I have to find out the VLAN you already created in the switch number 1. Show VLAN. Enter. Yes, I get it now. Look, that's why they say the trunk is belong to pass traffic between different VLANs. It's belong to the different VLAN. Now you can see the VLAN you already created. Yes. Yeah? And the switch number 2 the same. Show VLAN. I show VLAN. Show VLAN, I have to find out the same. But until now there is no port inside the VLAN 10, VLAN 20. So you need to assign the port inside the VLAN to 10, 20, 30 to 99.
You have to only put in switch number 1, right?
If you want to make, yes. Yes. No, for just which piece is connected for switch 2 and switch 3. Not the switch 1, yeah, because if you look in here, the piece is connected to the switch number, yeah, and here as well. But here you only did.
Yes.
Next.
Assign ports to.
Now assign port to the VLAN. And before that one, I said before you need to configure the IP address in each switch. Each switch has the IP address for management. So, in switch number 1, ها شباب متأخرين؟ متأخرين؟ يلا. وين عدتها يا بدي أعيدها؟ يلا 5 minutes. اوكي شباب هو ستارت شباب هو ستارت مهدي اجي نعم هو من شنو هذا يا اخوان؟ هذا رقم واحد الى خمسه يعني شنو معنى؟ هذا البورتون واجب على الرقم نفس هو من 1 ل 5 نعم يعني وين الواحد هي برانك 1 and هي as well برانك 1 لازم زين switch to the AC this access mode the access mode access mode access mode access mode access mode yeah must be branch where are you now here show me now show me now show me now show me now enter yeah that's fine We are going to short VLAN, why short VLAN? Short VLAN. Short VLAN. Enter. You are going to change that's here, and that will make a server F9. And this server will distribute or the push all the VLAN you are creating. And here short VLAN. Short VLAN. Yeah? Next, you need to set up the IP address for each switch. Yalla. Bill VLAN 99 for management. Yalla shabab. Switch number 1. Config terminal. Yalla. Config terminal. Interface VLAN 99. Enter. IP address 172.17.99.11 255.255.255.0. Enter. No shutdown. Control Z WR. Switch number 1 done. I need to set up IP address as well. 12, 30. 12, yeah. Config terminal. Interface VLAN 99. IP address 172.17.99.12 255.255.255.0. Enter. No shutdown. Control Z WR. Switch number 2 done. Finally, switch number 3. Terminal. Interface. VLAN 99. IP address 172.17.99.12. Yalla, you need to set up the IP address inside for each switch. Done, shabab? Hello? Hello, IP address for the switch? Yalla, last step. You need to assign port, most important. Assign port to the VLAN. You need to assign port to the VLAN. So from 6 to the 10 to the VLAN 30. And switch number 2 and switch number 3. Go switch number 2. Config terminal. Interface range fast internet 0/6/5 trans to the 10. Enter. Switch port, right, switch port, mode, make as access. Switch port, access, VLAN 30. Enter. Exit. Then range from 11 to the 17. From 11 to the 17. Enter. Switch port, mode access. Switch port access, VLAN 10. Enter, exit. Switch port mode access from 18 to the 24. enter switchboard mode access, make as a mode access and access to the VLAN number 20. Enter Control Z WR. This is in switch number 2. You need to repeat the same command in switch number 3. Go to switch number 3. Yeah. Config terminal interface range faster than 0 slash 6 to the 10. Yeah, switchboard mode access switchboard access VLAN 30. Enter. Exit. From 11 to the 17. Interface range 18 switchboard mode access switchboard access VLAN آخر شيء 20. So finally everything is okay. You need to ping now from 1 to the 4, you have to get reply. From 2 to the 5, you have to get reply. From 3 to the 6, you have to get reply. As well in the switch, between switches, you have to get reply. Just in the PC, first PC, command prompt ping 172.17.10.24. Here, 24. Enter. I get reply. Yeah, it's working fine. And then from switch to the switch, I'm going to the switch number 1. I say ping 172.17.99.12. Enter. 1799. Yeah, I get reply as well. Yeah. So it's working fine. Between the switches, between PC to the PC, must be get reply. The same VLAN, the same subnetwork. But different VLAN you cannot. Next week we're gonna make another lab called inter VLAN routing. We're gonna insert here as a router. This router, they okay? Yalla ping between switch to switch. The switch must be get reply. From PC to the PC must be get reply. So next week, inshallah, we're gonna insert here a router. They route between different separate VLAN between them. So from 1 to the 2 to the 3, 100% I get reply. Yeah. but until now 1 to the 4 2 يلا نسوي لي اياها. منو ما جاء reply anything not reply there is some mistake. Yeah. يلا والله ساعد احد هذا يريد مساعده. anyone need help شباب anyone اوكي محمد عمار مصطفى خالد بس مكسر رجليهم. زين لو جاسم سوي سويها الان يلا سويها جاسم استغل الوقت سويها يا ايدك اللعبة اكسرسايز لا جاسم يلا مهدي دان صافي You have to get reply like me. Look, I get reply. Yeah, between switch to switch. Must be get reply. ما يستوي؟ عيده يصير ايش قاعد 60؟ لا لازم يصير 12 و 13 همين سنتر شويه هسه اشتغل باور لازم ما خلعت فيه دراسات يعني خلعت فيه دراسة
VLAN protocol.